Welcome to Coffee Havoc number 2. I'm gonna get some more Pringles, and then that's alright. So I'm going to explain the following songs, all in this one video. So yeah, that's gonna take a minute. The first song is called "The Hardest Part of Being a Hero." Now, for y'all who do not know, the hardest part of being a hero is actually making the tough decisions, making the call that no one else wants to make, knowing when to fight and when to flee. There's no way out. When to make that sacrifice. Alright? A lot of people don't understand what being a hero actually means. Because to some people, you see superheroes that you rock with, like Spider-Man, and for those who didn't read the comic One More Day, where he decided to sacrifice his marriage to Mary Jane so that he could have one more day with his Aunt May. See what I did there? I'm pretty sure all that shit's been retconned because I haven't read a book since 2010, but you get the gist. The hardest part of being a hero is honestly, truly knowing when to fight, when to flee, and when to make that sacrifice. It could be best said that I use Spider-Man as an example, but if you are a Mass Effect fan for Mass Effect 3 and you made Commander Shepard jump through the beam, where he made everybody the same DNA-wise, instead of becoming a Reaper, or instead of destroying everything electronic, he made everyone the same. So he sacrificed himself or herself to make everyone the same. That is the hardest part of being a hero, making that choice. Okay, so the next song is called Killer Thoughts. There is not a person on this earth above the age of 10 who has never said, I want to kill you, to someone in some way, shape, or form. Now, did they literally mean they want to take a person's life? Probably not, because they probably don't understand the principle behind taking a life. Because when you take a life, you can't give it back. And if you're insane enough to believe that my song Killer Thoughts literally means I want to take a life, no. See, when I got trained in Fort Benning, they told me time and time again, you will have to kill people. It is your job. You are 11 Bravo. You are Delta. You are being trained to kill people. Now, not people who rock your uniform, but the people who rock the enemy uniform. And this is the part that's PG-17. I was okay with everything in Fort Benning until they told me I would have to, possibly kill children. I was not happy to hear that shit at all. So back to Killer Thoughts. There isn't a person above the age of 10 who has not looked somebody else in the face and said, I will kill you. If you're watching this and you have not done that, either you have been living the most blessed life ever, and no one's pissed you off to the point of you don't really want to kill them, but you wish they were dead, or you don't really want to kill them, but you would like to beat the dog shit out of them to get your point across, which literally beating the dog shit out of somebody doesn't get your point across. It only makes that person whose ass you kicked hate you more. See how that thing works? There's good ass whoopings, because some people deserve them, like people who like to start shit. They deserve every ass whooping they get, and I wish that I could watch everybody on earth who's ever started a fight with somebody just because their life sucks and so miserable and they don't know how to express themselves, that they gotta make other people miserable too. Each and every last one of you people that are like that, you deserve every ass whooping you get. And I just want to pop up some Pringles, pop on a chair like Mitsuplex, or like Batmite, or Fred Flintstone and them little wizard guy, Kazoo, and just sit there and watch that ass whooping that you deserve because you like to start shit unfold. That's a special message for whoever started shit with me and my sibling this week. That message is for you because you're a douchebag full of dick to the dumpster fire. And karma doesn't forget an address. I'm not worried about you, but you should be worried about all the good and bad karma that you caused. Mostly you caused bad karma. And here's how karma works. For all the bad karma you put out, it comes back tenfold. I don't want to have anything to do with it. But I sure as fuck want to watch. Hope you don't bleed or anything. Hope you're tough. Alright, turn it up to hate. Do we really need an explanation for that? See, when you've been hated by so long, by so many people, and you start hating people back, sometimes you keep the heat down. But sometimes you burn the heat up. I know you heard the word heat. There is heat. When you hate somebody so much that every time you see them, your blood pressure goes up. Yeah, that's hate. That's not heat. That's not extreme distress. That's straight fucking hate. Works the other way too. When you are the person who people hate, but they're not man or woman enough to tell you to your face, but they just hate you. They literally hate you. You haven't done anything to them but breathe, but they hate your fucking guts. When you are on the receiving end, hate does not spawn love. Hate spawns more hate. And when you are the victim of pointless hate, which most people are, some people hate you because they have nothing better to do with their life, with their time. They don't want to start a collection. They don't want to get off their ass. They just want to be dumbasses. When people hate you for absolutely nothing, they can't get mad when you reciprocate with equal, if not more, hate towards the person that has hated you fucking forever. Like school bullies, for instance. I've been out of school for more than 30 some odd years. I graduated in 93. It is now 2024. I don't have any love for any of my school bullies. I don't hate them. I don't wish anything on them. But I have living proof that karma doesn't forget an address. Some of my high school bullies used to go around calling me derogatory names. Not the half-breed, not the zebra, not the tonto, none of that shit. But shit in reflecting of the alphabet community. There's just one problem. I am not in the alphabet community. I like vagina sandwiches way too much to change sides. But they would call me that. And in turn, the sins of the father are paid for by that of the son. The sins of the daughter is paid for by that of the mother. I'm not a religious man, but I have heard those phrases come out of people who go to church, because the biggest devils also operate inside the house of God. Now they always tell you that you should fear God. I will get flagged for this from all you church-going people. But if you fear God, then you do not know God. How dare you be afraid of the Creator who gave you life? Now, how your life turns out between what family you're born in and the choices you make, or the choices someone else makes for you, God really don't have nothing to do with that. And that could also lead to you having some resentment towards God. I lost my faith, but I never stopped believing in God. I still pray every night, even though I have maybe a sugar crystal worth of faith. But that doesn't stop me from believing. But I'm also not here to preach belief. We're down to the last two songs that need to be explained. Bitter, Bitter Me, and Vengeance is Mine. I have been a bitter person for a very long time. But I'm a bitter person who knows how to behave until the time that it's not time to behave. See, I can be bitter, and I can still function in society. I can be bitter and keep my hands to myself until the time where I'm pushed too fucking far. And once I get pushed too fucking far, there is no going back. There is no fucking forgiveness. Okay. That was me acting. But everything I said was mostly true. I can forgive. There's no forgetting. I have an uncle. I love him to death. He's been more of a parent to me than my mother. He's given me a roof when no one else would. And then he lost my trust because he put me in a headlock one night while he was drunk. And everybody watched this as it unfolded. I still love him, but I'll never trust him. I will never spend another night in his house. Love him with all my heart and soul. He's like a third father to me, or a fourth father. But as far as trust goes, it's never going to happen again. Because if you can hurt somebody while you're drunk, you can hurt somebody while you're sober. And when you are hurting someone that you love, that shit's done. And when you are on the receiving end and you are hurt by somebody you love, that shit is done. Alright? Understand that shit. You can still love a motherfucker, but you ain't got to be around him. You can still love a motherfucker, and you ain't got to speak to him. No. But that's a choice. You can choose to love somebody and not speak to them. I do it all the fucking time. Now, let's talk Vengeance Is Mine. Because this is the last song. And this is especially for the asshole that starts drama. Somebody who's watching my shit likes to start shit and aren't man or woman enough to confront me to my face. We're all grown here. I'm not going to jail for you. And I promise I won't send you to the hospital unless you touch me. If you touch me, you are going to the hospital. You won't be coming back out. I mean, you will, but your whole life's going to be different. That was me acting. What I should have said was, the moral of the story is, how pathetic are you that you can't find a way to be happy, so you have to make other people miserable? So I don't know who you are. That's for you. This is for me. And I don't give a shit. I hope you're watching these. I hope you spread it all around. Because if they say in TikTok, no one hates you more than your greatest fan. And your greatest fan is your biggest hater. So nice to meet you, troublemaker. Now, let's talk Vengeance Is Mine. It is a song. It is also a Bible quote. The Lord said, vengeance is his, or vengeance is thine, or however the fuck they said it in that little tone of talking. Like I said, I believe in God, and I believe in karma. And I believe that I'm going to cause ants if I don't pick that shit up. I'll get it after this. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat it. Got a whole box. And a plate. Anyway. Those who seek vengeance, there should only be one reason why you're seeking vengeance. Okay. Maybe three. Someone killed your parents. Someone killed your daughter. Or your children, rather. Or someone tried to kill you and you survived. So, now we're going to quote Thomas Jane from The Punisher. You should go watch that movie. This isn't vengeance. No, definitely not vengeance. It's punishment. So, in doing that, understand something. I've learned not to seek vengeance. I've learned to just let karma handle things. I've learned to place things in the hands of the Lord, and I've learned to pray. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure that's not twisted. I'm not praying for y'all. I'm praying for me. Okay? I'm praying that I keep self-control. I'm praying that I stay humble. I'm praying that I keep my freedom by not worrying about ignorant or ignoramus motherfuckers who are completely fucking miserable. Let me pick that chip up. That's also the second chip that I've dropped tonight. Oh, excuse me. I'm praying for my soul versus their soul. You know, at some point in time, you get tired of praying for people to be good. So I stopped. And now I pray that they all get their just desserts. I also pray that I don't get to cause it directly, but I get to see it. And I hope it's not too brutal when I see it. And I'm not wishing death on anybody. Been there, done that. Didn't work out. Except for that one time. And after I said that shit, I've never said it again. Which is something that you learn. You know, I had wished a person dead and they died. They literally fucking died. Like the next motherfucking day, they died. And that person wasn't a very nice person to me, but they were nice to everyone else. And I learned real quickly to be careful what you wish for. That shit ate me up, yo. It ate me up. So I don't wish death on any fucking body. Not gonna say I never did, but I am gonna say, in that situation, vengeance was definitely mine. It wasn't intentional, but it was definitely mine. And you should probably never do that because sometimes shit happens. And that was a case of the person me saying that to, and all my hate towards that motherfucker. Him isolated incident of having a fucking heart attack. It ate at me. I felt some kind of way about it. After I got over it, I laughed about it, and then I got over it again. But I still thought to myself, damn, I should probably never ever say that shit again. And I only said it one more time after that, but that person didn't die. So I was pretty much evened out after that. But that could also be the reason why I've had such a bad fucking life and karmatic stuff. So you have to be very wary that karma does not forget an address. Which, by the way, it's not on this paper, but it is a song that I wrote before I wrote this paper. The top 2 songs out of the 7 is Watch Me Win and I Send Warnings Not Invitations. Those videos are already up, by the way, and you guys should go watch them. Even if you can't stand my singing, even if it makes your ears bleed, you should watch them anyway. You might learn something, or at least get a good fucking laugh. I've learned a couple of things in life. At 50 years old, I have learned that I am incredibly unwanted by quite a few people. I have accepted that, and I no longer care. You don't want me? It's good. I'm not going to wish anything bad on you. I am not that kid from the Twilight Zone, the movie, or the episode. That was Bill Mummy, by the way, in the episode on TV. Shout out to Bill Mummy. I think I said his name wrong. But I will tell you this. What goes around does come back around. So to the little asshole, or the bitch, or the slut puppy, or the douchebag dumpster fire, I salute you. Good job. But also, know this. The clusterfuck that you caused would put a rift in my family. You did this. And you're probably going to do it again because all these videos are basically a trap. Every song I sung is a trap. And you're probably going to share them with the same sibling that you've caused this rift in. But see, you still lose because I made that sibling a promise and I actually can keep it. I'm actually going to keep it for the rest of my life until she herself relieves me of that promise, which she knows what it is. And she's not going to relieve me of that promise. You know why? Because favorite sibling or not, there is no choice when it's your child versus your sibling. You're always going to pick your child, even if your child is wrong. I learned that because I've never been picked. Ever. Ever. Even when children are wrong. When it's your sibling versus your sibling, I've never been picked. Ever. Ever. So when I make it, I pick me. I'm going to succeed or I'm going to die trying. The good news is, even if I die trying, I still win. Because I fought for me. And not one sibling in my life has ever done that. My 2 brothers on my father's side have fought for me. But my family that I grew up with my mom, They've never fought for me. They will never fight for me. My big sister has fought for me, so that's a misstep. But as for the rest of them, they've never fought for me. They will not fight for me. And it's fine. I ain't mad about it, and I don't give a fuck. Because here's that thing. I'ma fight for me. I wrote a song called Nobody's Gonna Save You. Yeah, that was for me. I wrote another song about Be Your Own Hero. Yeah, that was for me. And most of the songs I write is songs about my pain. That'll be the next video coming up, because I'm gonna give you guys a bonus. Thank you guys for watching. This is 21 minutes of your life that you just can't fucking get back. So, thank you, and be seeing you. If I can get this cursor to work.